They whisper about luck. They murmur about timing. They concoct fantasies of overnight riches, lottery tickets to a life they haven't earned. Let them cling to their illusions. We know the truth. Wealth, real wealth, the kind that echoes through generations, isn't stumbled upon. It is forged. It is the residue of relentless discipline, the byproduct of a mind laser-focused on a distant horizon that the masses cannot even perceive. You are not here for fleeting trends or viral sensations. You are here to understand the architecture of empires, the silent, steely logic that underpins enduring fortunes. You are here to steal a brain, the brain of those who didn't just chase money but commanded it. Consider the landscape of ambition. It is littered with the bones of those who mistook activity for achievement, who chased the shimmering mirage of instant gratification. They flit from one opportunity to the next, their energy dissipated like a broken stream. They are the leaves scattered by the wind, while you are the roots digging deeper, anchoring yourself to principles that transcend the ephemeral whims of the market. The first principle, the bedrock upon which all else is built, is a mind inoculated against the disease of immediacy. Look at John D. Rockefeller. Did he chase every fleeting boom and bust? Did he succumb to the siren song of quick profits? No, he saw the long game, the decades unfolding like a strategic map. He understood that true wealth isn't about a sudden windfall. It's about the patient, methodical accumulation of value, the reinvestment of capital, common as the unwavering focus on building an unassailable foundation. This requires a brutal pruning of impulsive desires, a conscious rejection of the now for the infinitely greater later. The ability to delay gratification is not a virtue, it is a strategic weapon. It separates the artisans of wealth from the impulsive gamblers who mistake speculation for strategy. Think of the early days of Standard Oil. It wasn't built on a single, brilliant stroke. It was the result of meticulous attention to detail, a relentless drive for efficiency, and a refusal to be swayed by short-term pressures. Every pipeline laid, every refinery optimized, every competitor strategically acquired was a calculated move in a decades-long chess match. This wasn't about getting rich quick. It was about building an empire that would redefine an industry. Can you summon that level of sustained focus? Can you envision your own Standard Oil, your own enduring enterprise, not as a sprint, but as a marathon measured in years, even decades? The modern world, with its constant barrage of notifications and instant feedback loops, actively conspires against this kind of deep, sustained focus. Social media algorithms are designed to hijack your attention, to keep you tethered to the trivial and the immediate. The news cycle thrives on sensationalism, on the urgent and the fleeting. To build true wealth, you must become a master of attention, a gatekeeper of your own mind. You must learn to filter out the noise, to cultivate periods of deep work, undisturbed by the incessant demands of the digital age. This isn't about being a Luddite. It's about strategically deploying technology as a tool rather than allowing it to enslave your focus. Clarity of vision is the next pillar. What is your Standard Oil? What is the mountain you are determined to conquer? Not in vague aspirational terms, but with crystalline precision. What specific problem are you solving? Who are you serving? What is the unique value you are bringing to the world? Without this unwavering clarity, your efforts will be diffuse, your energy scattered. You will be a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the currents of the market. Consider Henry Ford. His vision wasn't just to build cars, it was to democratize transportation, to put the world on wheels. This clarity of purpose fueled his relentless innovation and his unwavering commitment to mass production. It wasn't just about making money, it was about transforming society. What transformation do you envision? What dent are you determined to make in the universe? The magnitude of your vision will directly correlate with the magnitude of your eventual success. This vision must be more than just a mental exercise. It must be etched into your daily rituals, embedded in your long-term planning, and communicated with unwavering conviction to those around you. It must become the North Star that guides your every decision, the filter through which you evaluate every opportunity. Vague goals yield vague results. Precise, compelling visions attract the resources, the talent, and the sheer force of will required to bring them to fruition. Discipline is the silent engine that powers this vision. It is the unwavering commitment to doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It is the ability to resist the temptations of comfort and convenience in pursuit of a higher purpose. Look at George Washington, not just as a political figure, but as a study in self-mastery. He endured hardship, betrayal, and seemingly insurmountable odds through sheer force of will and an unwavering commitment to his vision for a new nation. His discipline wasn't just about military strategy, it was about the daily cultivation of character, the unwavering adherence to principles, even in the face of immense pressure. Your daily habits are the building blocks of your destiny. Every early morning, every focused hour, every strategic decision is a brick in the edifice of your success. Indiscipline, on the other hand, is like termites silently weakening the foundations of your ambition. Procrastination, distraction, and the pursuit of fleeting pleasures are the enemies of progress. You must cultivate a ruthless intolerance for these time thieves. Your time, your energy, your focus are your most precious assets. Guard them fiercely. This discipline extends beyond your personal habits to the systems and processes you implement in your endeavors. Rockefeller understood the power of systematization. He didn't just rely on individual brilliance. He built an organization where efficiency and precision were baked into the very fabric of the operation. Every aspect of the business, from production to distribution, was meticulously analyzed and optimized. This relentless pursuit of efficiency wasn't about being cheap. It was about maximizing output and minimizing waste, creating a competitive advantage that others couldn't match. Are you building systems in your own life and work? Are you identifying bottlenecks and inefficiencies? Are you constantly seeking ways to optimize your processes and amplify your results? Individual effort, no matter how intense, will always be limited by the constraints of time and energy. Systems, on the other hand, can scale. They can work for you even when you are not actively engaged, generating momentum and compounding your efforts over time. Delayed gratification is the crucible in which true wealth is forged. The modern world bombards you with instant solutions and immediate rewards. Credit cards offer the illusion of instant purchasing power. Social media provides instant validation. But true wealth is rarely built on instant gratification. It requires the willingness to forgo immediate pleasures for the sake of a larger, future reward. Think of the investor who patiently compounds their returns over decades, resisting the urge to cash out at the first sign of volatility. Think of the entrepreneur who reinvests profits back into the business, sacrificing short-term gains for long-term growth. These individuals understand that the most significant rewards come to those who are willing to play the long game. This isn't about deprivation. It's about strategic prioritization. It's about understanding that every dollar spent today is a dollar that cannot be compounded tomorrow. It's about making conscious choices, aligning your spending with your long-term goals, and resisting the seductive pull of consumerism. The ability to delay gratification is a sign of mental fortitude, a hallmark of those who are in control of their own destiny, rather than being controlled by their impulses. Vision, revisited, now takes on a deeper dimension. It's not just about what you want to achieve in your lifetime. It's about the legacy you intend to leave behind. The great wealth builders weren't just accumulating assets for their own consumption. They were building institutions that would endure, that would continue to create value long after they were gone. Think of the philanthropic endeavors of Carnegie and Rockefeller, the universities and foundations they established, the impact they continue to have on society generations later. What is your long-term vision for your wealth? Is it simply to fund your own lifestyle, or do you aspire to build something that transcends your individual existence? Do you see your wealth as a means to create opportunities for others, to solve significant problems, to leave a lasting positive impact on the world? This long-term perspective shifts your focus from mere accumulation to strategic deployment, from short-term gains to enduring value. Action, relentless and purposeful action, is the bridge that connects vision to reality. Countless individuals have brilliant ideas and well-laid plans, but they fail to execute. They are paralyzed by fear, by doubt, by the pursuit of perfection. The great wealth builders were not immune to these feelings, but they refused to be defined by them. They understood that progress requires taking calculated risks, learning from failures, and constantly iterating. Consider the early struggles of Henry Ford. His initial attempts at automobile manufacturing were fraught with setbacks and financial challenges, but he didn't give up. He persevered, refining his designs, streamlining his production processes until he finally achieved his vision. Action, even imperfect action, is always superior to inaction. It generates momentum, provides valuable feedback, and opens doors that would otherwise remain closed. Are you taking consistent, decisive action towards your goals? Are you allowing fear of failure to paralyze you? Or are you embracing it as a necessary part of the learning process? The path to wealth is rarely smooth or linear. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. It is your ability to take consistent action in the face of these challenges that will ultimately determine your success. Wealth preservation is a critical, often overlooked aspect of long-term wealth building. Accumulating wealth is only half the battle. Preserving it for future generations requires a different set of skills and strategies. This involves prudent financial management, diversification of assets, and a deep understanding of risk. The great families of wealth understand that their responsibility extends beyond their own lifetimes. They are stewards of capital for future generations. Are you thinking about the long-term preservation of your wealth? Are you educating yourself on sound financial principles? Are you building a team of trusted advisors who can help you navigate the complexities of wealth management? Failing to plan for wealth preservation is akin to building a magnificent fortress on shifting sands. It may stand for a time, but it is ultimately vulnerable to the inevitable storms. Adaptability is the final crucial element. The world is constantly changing. Markets shift, technologies evolve, and unforeseen events can disrupt even the most carefully laid plans. The ability to adapt, to learn, and to pivot in response to these changes is essential for long-term survival and success. Think of how Standard Oil evolved over time, adapting to new regulations and emerging energy sources. Companies that fail to adapt become relics of the past. Are you cultivating a mindset of continuous learning? Are you staying abreast of industry trends and technological advancements? Are you willing to challenge your own assumptions and to change course when necessary? Rigidity in the face of change is a recipe for obsolescence. The ability to adapt, to remain agile and responsive, is a hallmark of enduring success. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon of the mind, a relentless pursuit of excellence, a commitment to building something that lasts. The principles we have discussed are not merely theoretical concepts. They are the practical tools used by generations of wealth builders to forge their empires. They are the keys to unlocking your own potential for lasting wealth, influence, and resilience. The world will try to distract you. It will tempt you with shortcuts and easy answers. It will celebrate the fleeting successes of those who chase the ephemeral. But you will remain focused on the long game. You will cultivate the mindset of a builder, the discipline of a craftsman, the vision of an architect. You will not be swayed by the noise of the crowd. You will listen to the quiet voice of strategy, the steady rhythm of compounding growth. The path ahead will not be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments when you question your resolve. But remember the principles we have discussed. Remember the examples of those who came before you, who faced even greater obstacles and emerged victorious. Their stories are not just historical accounts. They are blueprints for your own success. Now, go forth and build, not just wealth, but a legacy. Not just for yourself, but for those who will come after you. The world needs builders, thinkers, strategists. The world needs you to unlock your full potential. The time for dreaming is over. The time for relentless, disciplined action is now. Steel that brain. Forge that machine. Your future, your legacy awaits.